It seems like every day now we are getting a brand new emoto. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another review video. Big shout out goes out to Happyrun for reaching out to me and asking me to review their brand new mini electric dirt bike. This is the G300SE model. In this review, I'm gonna go over everything there is to know about this mini electric dirt bike. But first, let's get started with the specs. So this is the brand new Happyrun G300SE mini electric dirt bike. It features a 4,500 watt peak mid-drive motor with 220 newton meters of torque, connected to a 420 chain with a 62 tooth rear sprocket. This is coupled with a 48 volts 26 amp hour removable battery. Happyrun claims that this should give you a range of up to 45 miles depending on riding mode and riding conditions, of course. We have 60 by 100 14-inch front tire and an 80 by 100 12-inch rear tire, coupled with hydraulic brakes front and rear with a 190mm rotor by 3mm thick. That is pretty nice. This bike also has an hydraulic front fork, as well as a rear monoshock for a smooth, comfortable ride, a super wide and very comfortable removable seat, and medium-sized foot pegs. In the front of the bike, we have a headlight that is decently bright, and in the rear we have a taillight and an active brake light. That is always good. The total weight of this bike is 123.5 pounds with the max load capacity of 330 pounds. And up on the handlebars we have our rear brake, our full twist throttle, our display and mode selector button, as well as the ignition. And on the left side we have our front brake, our headlight switch, and a horn. And that is pretty much it for the specs. Now, as far as the price, this current model goes for $12.99, but I will have a discount code along with a link down in the description if you're interested in this model. Now, we have a lot to talk about on this bike, so let's jump straight into our speed test. Now, before we do the speed test, I do want to show you the starting procedure. Once you put the bike together, you do have to remove the seat and connect the battery. But once you do that, we have our ignition. You turn that, and our bike will turn on. Now, this bike has 3 speed modes, and it might be a little difficult to see, but we have Eco, Tour, and Sport. For our speed test, I'm going to be testing Sport mode. So I got my GPS app open, speed reset, that is in my pocket, and let's see how fast we can go in Sport mode. Oh, wow. Okay. So initial torque is pretty crazy. It kind of lags for a split second, but then boom, it just explodes with a lot of torque, and that has a lot to do with that rear sprocket. It's pretty huge. Our bike is showing 33.9, 34 I saw for a split second. I'm gonna tuck in just to give this bike all chances of kind of making it. It's supposed to go up to 36, but if I can get anywhere near 30, I'd be extremely happy. And hopefully my GPS app had enough time to register the speed. Let's see what we got. All right, beautiful. Hopefully you guys can see that. We reached 34.7 miles per hour. That is pretty decent. I'm pretty satisfied with that result because they claim up to 36, and I believe that is with no load. So being able to get 34.7, almost 35 miles an hour with load, where I weigh 160 pounds, that is pretty good if you ask me. And that was our highly successful speed test. Now let's quickly test our brakes, and these are beautiful hydraulic pit bike style brakes, 190mm rotor by 3mm thick. Pretty good. I'm gonna make my way up to about 20 miles an hour, hit the brake in 3, 2, go. That rear locked up right away. All right, so from that light pole to where I'm at, we're looking at about, if I have to guess, probably around 18 feet or so. So an estimated stopping distance of about 18 feet from about 20 miles an hour. Now, one thing to keep in mind is these are brand new, so they'll only get better with time as they bed in, and you should expect better results. But anyways, that was our brake test. Now, I've reviewed a lot of these emotos, mini electric dirt bikes, whatever you want to call them, and they're all fun and they're all very unique in their own way, and this bike is no different. The torque on this thing is absolutely beautiful, and it's a really fun experience on this thing. With these tiny wheels, you can carve and get real low on this bike, and it's got low center of gravity, making it feel very solid. And the bike as a whole is on the heavier side from a lot of these mini electric dirt bikes, so it definitely feels very planted and very solid. If I'm not mistaken, the full name of this bike is the Tank G300, and they were not lying. Now let's see if this thing is like a tank, because it feels very solid. Oh yeah, super stable. Definitely it feels solid, grounded, planted to the ground. Very nice. Definitely a tank and a very fun riding experience. Suspension time. Check this out. So hydraulic front fork feels pretty good. In the rear we do have a monoshock, but I'll be completely honest with you, it is very stiff. I wish the rear shock was a little bit smoother. Let's see how it does over a bump. Okay, yeah, the front is beautiful, very good, very plush, very soft. It's just that rear, even though it's a beefy rear shock, it is very stiff. In my opinion, that rear shock could be at least 50% softer, and it will make for such a better ride. Now let's see, how does this thing do with a little curb hop? Okay, pretty decent. Like I said, the front fork is much better than the rear shock. The rear shock is a little bit too stiff in my opinion. I am 5'8", 160 pounds, and I fit on this thing pretty nice. Now, the one thing I will note, and I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to tell, but the foot pegs are a little bit too high up in my opinion. I wish they were a little bit lower, because if you guys can tell, my knees are a little bit too kind of crunched up, and it's not uncomfortable, but it would be much better if they were lower. It would make for a better sitting position. Now, as far as the seat, I want you to check that out. This seat is absolutely crazy. Look how wide this thing is. And as far as comfort, hopefully you guys can see that as well. This is definitely, I'll consider it medium to soft in the stiffness level, but very, very nice and comfortable seat. The only thing, like I said earlier, is I wish the foot pegs were a little bit lower. They would definitely benefit from like a lowering kit or something like that. It'll be a lot more comfortable. Tune and pedal assist. Obviously we don't have pedals here, so I'm gonna skip the pedal assist, but the tune itself, the throttle response is decent, so it's not like a 0 to 100 type throttle. I can easily feather it and go really, really slow, and then just explode with torque. And as far as that goes, I like it. There are a few things that could be changed in my opinion. The first one is, like I mentioned in the speed test, there's a slight delay. I don't know exactly how many milliseconds we're talking, but there's a small delay when you first hit the throttle until you get a response. That's one thing. Secondly, it seems like the band or the throttle curve goes up and down and up again. It feels like there's a dead area right in the middle of the RPMs, but then when you push it, it goes to the next stage of speed. I'm not 100% sure how else to explain it, but I think this is something that could be changed with a tune. So again, just to try to explain what's happening, if you're going full throttle, it goes yeah, picking up the RPMs. It kind of settles for a second and then gets like a second wind or something like that. That's the only way I can explain what's happening. Now, I'm not 100% sure. I think this is a far driver controller. I haven't opened it to check. If it is a far driver controller, I can probably connect my Bluetooth dongle to it and tweak some of the settings, but this is a review and I'm trying to be honest, so I do have to mention that it's like that out of the box. The second thing that's happening, and again, this is a tune type thing, you can disable it probably if you connect with the dongle, is there's some regen happening, which I personally don't fully like. I think it's a little too strong. Now, it doesn't really happen when you're in low low RPM, but when you're halfway through the max speed of this thing and you let go of the throttle, there's a very strong regen motor braking happening, which I personally don't like. It's too strong in my opinion. I don't like that. Now, I wouldn't mind it if it was weaker than what it is. For my personal taste, it's a little bit too harsh, so if it is a far driver controller and I'm able to connect to it, I'm definitely going to turn that off. I'm also going to try to tweak some of the settings to see if we can get a higher top speed out of this thing. So if that's something you're into, definitely hit that subscribe button so you don't miss that video. As far as power though, this thing's got plenty of power. It doesn't really need that. Look at this. So we're good in the power department. It's just that the tune needs a little bit of work and it could be a lot better and a lot smoother. All right, off-road time, baby. Let's see how this thing does. Now, as far as power, honestly, I don't think we'll have any issues. Should have a lot of power. What I personally am trying to test mainly is the suspension. The front should be decent. It's just that rear shock, like I said, a little too stiff. And we have our first mini obstacle right into an uphill, and yeah, we got plenty of torque, especially with that huge rear sprocket. 62 tooth, that's insane. Handling this area with no issue. Perfect for a place like this. Here we got some loose sand, and let's see how it does. Now, I always make the same mistake because I review the bike on the street. I kind of fill up the air a little too much, and when it comes time to off-roading, I got way too much air pressure in my tire. Will definitely benefit from having a little bit less air pressure, that's for sure. The ride will be way softer and we'll get way more traction, but it is what it is. And right here we have the bumpiest section of this whole area. You're gonna hear it on my voice. Woo! My arms are shaking all over the place. Holy cow. Yeah, I wish that rear was softer. It'd make for such a better ride. As far as power, no problem over here. It's just eating up this terrain over here. Oh my god, yeah, this thing is like a little tank. Whew. Shaking the hell out of my hands. And we arrived at the infamous hill climb. Now, the GoPro does not do this justice at all. The Insta360 kind of shows what it is, but it's very steep. And I have no doubts in my mind that this bike will be able to conquer it with no issues. We have a lot of torque and a lot of power at our disposal. I'm like barely feathering the throttle, and this thing is climbing like a champ. It is a little bit bumpy, not gonna lie, but motor's showing no sign of struggle. This motor is a beast, and it's got a lot more power to give, and just like that, we managed to climb this hill. Let's see how our brakes feel downhill. Now, one thing that this bike has that I don't fully like, I'm gonna talk about everything at the end, but it's the brakes. They switched them around. I don't really like that. I don't know why. So you kind of have to be careful. You got your rear on the right side instead of the left side, so keep that in mind. But the brakes themselves are excellent. These tiny electric bikes, they're so fun on trails like this where the trail is super narrow and they just fit just right. It's crazy. Oh man, that rear is sliding all over the place. We got like loose sand over here. Man, this thing is crazy. So, what do I think about the Happyrun G300SE mini electric dirt bike? Let's do things I like and things I don't like. I'll start with things I like. I like the way this bike looks. Some people do think it's a little funky, but I actually really like this particular color too. It comes in 3 different colors. I think this is the best looking one. The fender, not gonna lie, does need a little bit of work. When you put it on, it is pointed up a little bit too much. Should definitely come down a little bit more, which will make it look more natural. It is a little bit pointed up, so something I don't fully like, but as far as the look of the bike, I think it looks nice, especially in this color. I like the power of the motor. I really like the brakes. Those are some amazing brakes. I really like that seat, very wide, very comfortable. And I like the fact that we have a tail light, a brake light, and some sort of warning system like a horn. That is always good. Now let's do things I don't like, and I mentioned most of them throughout the review, but I'm just gonna go over them. And again, this is just me being honest with you guys. I am reviewing this bike, so I want to be as honest as possible and as transparent as possible. I'll start with those foot pegs. Like I mentioned earlier, they are a little bit too high up for me personally. I'm 5'8", and they're a little bit too high up. They would definitely benefit by being a little bit lower. So that's something I don't fully like. It wasn't 100% uncomfortable. I was still enjoying my ride, but it would feel much more natural if they were a little bit lower. So that's one. The second thing is that rear suspension. It is way too stiff for this type of bike. It needs to be a lot softer than what it is, at least 50% softer. And this bike would be completely different. It would make this bike so much better. And the last thing would be the curve of the throttle. I don't fully like it. I think it could be a lot better, a lot smoother. And also that region that kicks in, it is way too strong. So if it is a far driver controller, I'm definitely going to look into that, connect to it, and change some of those settings. And like I said, if it is a far driver controller and I am able to connect to it, I'll definitely have a video showing how to change some of those settings. And also maybe we can squeeze out a little bit more top end and more speed out of this thing. So if that's something you're into, definitely hit that subscribe button so you don't miss that video. I appreciate you guys watching as always, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.